Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yo, 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 yo. What the fuck is up there, everybody out there on the YouTube stores? You gotta play Papa Tikyo, coming to you live again from the Japan land. How are all of you doing? I'm doing so good right now. It's funny, I usually record these in the morning after I've gone through my morning routine of, like, getting my drinks in order and going to the bathroom and everything. And, but today is special because, I already recorded a rant in the morning, but, like, I was like, you know what? I've got more stuff to say, man. I've got more stuff to say. And so that's what I'm doing today. I'm recording this. It's so funny. I have all these web pages open, so I hope that that doesn't screw up the recording quality of this, because today's topic is about why are you so tired? Why are you so tired, bro? Why are you always so tired? It's so funny. Like, I mentioned in another rant, but, like, I'm the kind of guy that, like, I just, like, save random pictures that I see online, usually from social media, like Facebook or Twitter or whatever, right? And it's so funny because I was, like, trying to get inspired on, like, what topic should I talk about for my rant channel that gets less than, like, 200 views a video. Yeah, like, what are we gonna do? But luckily, like, I was, looking for inspiration, but all I needed to do was just go to my, like, download picture folder or whatever, and then I just looked at, and, like, there's all these different pictures with all these, like, just memes that I had downloaded, and I'm like, you know what, that'd be that's like a fun thing to put into a thumbnail. Okay, like, let's just do that. And so today's thumbnail is like, why are you so tired? I don't know, did I already make a thumbnail for this yet? I think I did. What is it? I know the one where it's like you're thinking too much. That thumbnail is of, like, Spider-Man and he's just thinking, but I put a JoJo hat on him. Just for fun. Just for funsies, being all squirrely and shit. But yeah, what do we got here? Uploaded. Well, wait, where is the... Why are you so tired? You are what you eat. Will America be great again? Why are you so tired? Oh, that one's... That's the thumbnail of the black dude from the Green Mile saying, I'm tired, boss. Yeah, that's from a meme picture I got where it's, like, my fan that has been on for 24 hours for, like, 3 years plus. And it's just like, and then it just, like, semicolon is like, what? And it's just like, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. But yeah, guys, anyway, that's the topic today, because, I think that I got inspired to kind of make this, not just from the thumbnail, or at least I got inspired to record this today because I did a lot of stuff, and this is, like, one of those few days where it's like I was completely productive the whole day. Like, I did something very, like, I stuck to one thing, or, like, I guess one type of thing all day. And yeah, like, sometimes I'll work on, like, just, like, translation work all day, or I'll work on whatchamacallit, or, like, I'll do Japanese studying or something. But YouTube's one of those things where it's like that's always takes a side, like, like, what is it, always takes, like, the side beat, or, like, it's always something you do after you get done with all of your work and stuff. And, like, for me, it's always, like, my private English students, or, like, my interpreting or my translating. Like, I gotta take care of that stuff first, and then there's chores, and then there's errands, and then there's YouTube and studying and health stuff. So but yeah, anyway, I'll get more into that sooner than later. But let me just this is the 4-minute point here, so let me do some self promo. Thank you again, guys, for everybody who comes over here and checks out the channel. I know that these at-home rants are not always the most stimulating thing for you guys to check out, but I like making them. And if you don't like them, you don't need to watch them. It's that simple. But I appreciate every one of you guys who comes over here and checks out these videos, especially while I'm making these backlog of rants just to kind of help fill the schedule in the middle of making my bike rants and my walking rants. So, this is just simply to give me peace of mind that I have stuff where I'm like, you know what, maybe I want to do something else for a month and I don't want to make any rants. It's like, oh, well, I already have like 3 rants from home backed up for this. So it's cool. I'll just have those play in the schedule instead. But yeah, I appreciate it because YouTube doesn't give a fuck about me. I mean, more than most people. I think I'm shadow banned on a lot of things. YouTube's not promoting me anytime soon, so I really appreciate it when you guys come over and you do the super chat or the super thanks. Oh yeah, by the way, the super chat shout out, the super thanks shout out of the day is right here. So let me pop that up. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I like it. The way that I remind myself that, like, oh yeah, this is the super chat shout out thing, is that like I just pause the recording, so then there's like a little timestamp there. So I'm like, okay, oh yeah, put that there. But anyway, yeah, guys, thank you so much for everybody who super chats, who leaves a super thanks, and especially to you guys who go over to patreon.com/TKOSam. And that, if you guys want to support me, that's one of the best ways to do it. I've got Japanese lessons over there. I've got blogs. I've got behind the scenes footage. All of this awesome stuff just waiting to be consumed sexually by you guys. So even if it's $1, I still really appreciate it. But if you guys want to learn Japanese and you've just been lingering and stuck on decision making on what you want to do, I have my own learning Japanese program down there. So just click on that link. It's in the video description, and go over and check it out, guys. There's so much backlog of content for you guys to check out when you join. But anyway, yeah, and even if you don't want to dono, which you totally do, right? Then just simply help out the channel by smashing the like button and leaving a comment. And I guess the question of the day is, are you tired? Are you regularly tired? And if so, why? Like, I think most of the time, most of us know why we're tired. And yeah, like today's not live stream, but today's rant, I want to talk about, tired, the link between being tired and being depressed, and just like motivation and schedule and all this stuff. And the great thing about this topic is that I am going to ramble. I am going to go on some tangents for this one, because even though I have some notes in front of me, I just kind of want to freeball and spitball this. Like, I'm in a good mood. I'm in like a good, productive mood today. So, yeah, I'm just kind of freeballing it. I love it too. I got all this like weird ass drone footage, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, like let's slow it down and like let's change the colors and stuff so it looks like kind of like an acid trip. And I really like it. I don't know, this kind of like stuff, it reminds me of like the movie Hackers or something, like old 90s like kid shows or like kid movies or like movies based around technology, and this is like what the virtual world inside that technology looked like or something. And I don't know, it's just, I mean, it might be, people might not like it or something, but I like it. So yeah, enjoy, motherfucker, enjoy. But yeah, guys, anyway, what else? Yeah, just do me a favor, guys, and just smash the like button, hit the subscribe bell and subscribe button to get notified next time you want to see a video of mine that comes out. And then also on a similar note, yeah, join the Discord, guys. We got a great community of hot dudes over there, dudes and dudettes, just chilling and helping each other out and making some edgy jokes while we're at it. And yeah, follow me on social media. I'm way too active on Twitter. So go over to Twitter, go over to Facebook, go over to Instagram and follow me there. The numbers help. And yeah, but if you want to get up-to-date stuff regarding the channel, regarding Dad's life, join the Discord. It's pretty cool. All you got to do is join it and write a self-introduction, and then boom, you're in. So bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, why are you so tired? Why are you tired, bro? I had like a really good day today, like I've been trying to, I remember for the longest time, I was trying to wake up early in the morning. And one thing that really motivated me, or I guess, I don't know if this is like the main thing that motivated me, but one of the things that motivated me was that I always have when I'm not playing my PS4, I always have it turned on, and I always have it playing live streams in the background. And you know, like luckily it's a small apartment, so the electricity bill isn't that high each month. Knock on wood, right? Even when they said they were spiking electricity prices in Japan or something, mine didn't go up that high because I'm in a tiny ass fucking apartment, right? But anyway, I always have the PS4 playing this live stream of Mount Fuji, and I love it because Mount Fuji is well, not only is it like the biggest, most well-known symbol in Japan, but also you can kind of dictate, not all the time, but most of the time you can dictate how the weather's going to be in Tokyo by looking at the weather in Mount Fuji. And like today was gray and overcast, and yeah, and it was cold. It was like kind of bitter cold today, and for Mount Fuji too, it was bitter cold and cloudy as well. And so I don't know. I like it. I like watching that in the background. And one of the things I really like doing is I like to get up at 6, usually earlier. But in winter the sun doesn't come up. But I wanna, like, I realized that I was feeling depressed or I was feeling anxious. I think one of the big reasons why is that like I would feel that the days were too short, you know, and so it's like I was like, I need to get, if I'm gonna be at home, I have like windows here. Well, I got one, and it's like I got to get maximum amount of sunlight in if I'm not even gonna go outside for the days where I'm at home just grinding and working. And I'm like, okay, so you know, I've got my curtains open and I can get full sunlight in from the very beginning of the day till the very end of the day, and it's great. Like I feel like you feel so accomplished when you've been awake for 3 hours and it's not even 9 a.m. and you've already done all this shit and the day has barely started for other people, you know? It's like that clip from Aqua Teen Hunger Force where he's like, what the hell are you doing? It's 2:30 p.m. People are trying to sleep, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's just, I remember I had like one summer where I just, I forgot what it was. Like, I think I had a Juku job or something. And so I would wake up, go to the Juku job, and then I'd just like stay up all night, and then go to bed in the morning, and then wake up around like noon, and then I'd go to work. And that was like for a whole summer because I was trying to avoid the heat and shit, right? But that was like that was so bad. That was so bad for me, you know. It's just like if you like guys, if you don't want to be depressed or you don't want to be anxious, one of the first things I mean, there's going to be a lot of things I suggest in this video, but one of the first things is like get some vitamin D in you, and I don't mean by gay penis. I mean get some vitamin D. I have chewable D3 vitamins here. And I mean, I have a whole plethora of vitamins, but get that vitamin D, and also try to get as much sun as you can per day. You don't even need it to directly hit you or touch your skin, but like you need to have it like there. Like there's a hormone that gets released and it makes you feel better. And yeah, like waking up early just feels awesome, you know? Like I like waking up while the sun is coming over Mount Fuji. It's just something special. And then like I open up my window and I can see the sun coming over Shinjuku, and it's just nice and calming. And then, you know, I wake up and I have my coffee. I'll have some fruit like oranges or bananas, and then I'll have my vitamins too, which are usually like B12, multivitamin, D3, vitamin C, omega-6 or omega-3 oils, and my ADHD meds, my Concerta. And then I'll have some Tonkat Ali that my buddy in Osaka recommended I get, which is like kind of like herb that they put into pill form that's supposed to help boost your testosterone. And like, yeah, that's like all that stuff is good for you. Like, I mean, I try to take care of my health, at least when it comes to food. And so, like, you know, try to get as much like vegetables and fruits in me during the day, you know, like you gotta have that. One of my viewers, Servo, he's like pure carnivore, and he's like, no dad, vegetables bad, I only eat fruits and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm so happy that works for you, now shut up. But but anyway, it's just like my whole thing is like I feel sick and I get headaches when I'm constipated. And so, like, after you've been eating, like, a lot of fiber for a while, you really feel it when you have something bad in your body, you know, and you like your body wants to flush it out. And yeah, like I remember, what did I have? Like one weekend, one of you guys brought me Aunt Jemima maple syrup, and so I made myself French toast, and I had nothing but French toast for the whole weekend. I was just backed up like crazy. My body hated it. I was getting headaches, and I was like, okay, I learned my lesson. I'll have at least fruits or vegetables for like one big meal of that before I try to eat like a bunch of French toast. I got it, but yeah, it's like making sure that you get that daily fiber, that daily water intake, the daily vitamins, you know, like that's so important. Cause like it's not, I think it's not just about like your mental state. It's about like what you put in your body that dictates your mental state too, if that makes sense. And yeah, dude, it's just for me, it's like fuck, like, you know, I just want to you know, it's like I feel like you got to take everything in steps and in chunks, right? Like you can't do everything at once, but you can at least start off by doing bit by bit by bit by bit, right? And that's the most important thing. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, like with that being said, I just like one of the tangents I wanted to go on today was just that it's like you know, like it feels so good, even though like I'm recording this at night. Like it's 7 p.m. right now, and I rarely record rants or like film anything at like after like it's nighttime, right? Because like nighttime, I feel like it's my personal time. You know, I work during the day like a farmer and work on my stuff, and then at nighttime I get to unwind and do the less hardcore stuff, like, you know, like for example, like go on to YouTube and like download videos for my rants or something, or make thumbnails for my videos, or like get, you know, like just do smaller tasks that I can do while I'm watching something, right? But today it just felt it felt good. Like I woke up, I did a rant about, I accidentally did 2 rants on why do people look so young. And for one, it was just too rambly, so I had to change the title. But you know, the second time, why are people so young? I really stuck on topic for most of that, and that's the one I recorded today. And it felt good, but I was like, I'm still in a talkative mood, but like I wanna do something else. So like while I after I took a break from that, I started gathering clips from my YouTube channel, the Tikyo Junk Drawer, because I want to start doing these vlogs that I've kind of nicknamed for the moment compilation vlogs, where I have like one clip that that was like kind of long that I wanted to share and put into a video, but it's not interesting enough to be the main, like to have a whole video like just for that. So what I'm doing is like I'll take that clip and then I'll cut up a bunch of different clips of like random stuff from my stuff and other stuff that I like, and I'll just mix it all together into one vlog that people can go through. And it's going to be like a mixture of like that one video plus a bunch of different content that I've put out, but just cut up stuff, and then mixed with like random stuff like Japan advice, male self-help stuff, learning Japanese stuff. Like I really want to fit it, like just a bunch of random shit in there. And the only catch is that like I need to make it better pacing though, because I feel like unless you really give a shit, which probably 0.1% of people do, most people will click off. And it's not that I'm trying to get views with that, but I'd like to maintain viewer retention. You know, like these videos, they're more of like a labor of love versus like a labor of like I need this to be the best hyper marketing piece of thing ever, right? And so but yeah, like so today I don't have a lot of clips from my videos and stuff. So I mean, I had the videos are uploaded, but I need to make clips. And so today I spent like, oh my god, I don't even know how long, but you know, the great thing is that this is a Monday when I'm doing this, and my Mondays, for the most part, they're getting better and better. And I'm not one of those guys who hates Mondays. I actually genuinely like Mondays because it's the start of the week, you know, start of the race. And but this, like, you know, I try to always do 2 things at once, right? So, like, for example, when I do my YouTube live streams, while I'm talking to people, I'm working on my future journals. Like I'm, in all my journals, I color the edges of the paper, because I just like it. It like gives some kind of individual creativity stuff to the actual page. And then also, like, I'll like tape in, like, I have like a little sticky note that has like a circle on it that is supposed to represent my mood for that day, so I can track how I was feeling. Because it's always important, if you have a journal, to track what was your overall mood of that day. It's very important. And, so like I'll do little things like that to update those future not yet used journals, as a way to like keep my hands busy while I'm doing a live stream. Because when you're live streaming, all you're doing is just spieling and you're reading the chat, It's not rocket science. It's not that hard, It's always so funny when like you see streamers who are just so delusional, and they're like, streaming is so hard, you have no idea. And I'm like, okay, if you're talking to people for a living 6 days a week, 9-hour days kind of thing, then yeah, I get it. That's probably very mentally taxing. But at the same time, think about the guy who's working at the Wendy's for like 8+ hours on his feet every day, dealing with the most retarded people in society, being like, like, I have this one great clip of this guy, and he's like, me just picking fights with people for no reason is the caption or something, and it's like, why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger, you bitch ass. It's just like, what? Like me starting arguments for no reason. Why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger? The what? You shut your bitch ass. Oh, it's so good. Do I have that clip? I gotta put that clip in here. Yeah, this is the thing I really like about the new rants, the rant style for 2025. Even if I'm at home, I don't know if I'll be able to do this for the walking and bike clips, because like at least when I'm at home, I can stop the recording to show like a little breadcrumb or like a bookmark on like where I'm like, oh, I said something funny. I just got to go back and check that and then insert the clip later, right? But yeah, I love being able to do this like a little bit by little bit on these rants, especially at the home rants, where I can keep track of them. Because like, what is it? With these rants, it's like I know what I'm gonna say for the most part. And I'm already going to re-watch the rant when I put it out for a premiere. So, like, I don't want to have to re-watch a rant for a third time. Like, I don't mind if it's a vlog or something. I don't mind reviewing footage for that. But it's just like, if it's like, okay, you got to listen to a whole hour video again and find the timestamp for that. I'm like, nah, dude, no one's got time for that. Nobody got time for that shit. But yeah, anyway, it's nice. It's nice being able to do that. But yeah, I woke up, I recorded the rant, I gathered clips for my compilation vlog. So I have like enough game live stream clips right now. And then I stopped at I was trying to get clips for my ADVJapan channel. Because like I want these compilation vlogs to not just be like insert fluff for like, I don't want them just to be filler for vlogs. I want them to actually like have some nice chunky hardened potatoes to it. It's like the filler episodes for the original Hunter x Hunter anime series. Like when the new what do you call it? Like reboot like Dragon Ball Kai version of Hunter x Hunter came out. A lot of the original Hunter x Hunter anime fans were pissed off because we're like, that wasn't me. I was late to the party, but those people were like, what the fuck? Where's the episode where they rebuild the warship to escape that, like, the Typhoon Island? Oh, well, that was originally filler, and that wasn't in the manga, so they didn't include that in the reboot. And it's like, dude, that was, like, a really cool story. Like, what the fuck? And they're like, well, it was supposed to be filler, and it's ma'am. So, and it's like, what the fuck? And so, I'd like to think that, if people watch the compilation vlogs, once I get the pacing better for those, that even though it's not, like, a really main chunky video, like a walk and talk video, a food review video, that's like one topic for the whole thing. Meanwhile, a compilation is just like, it's like Robot Chicken or something. It's just bouncing all over the place and stuff, but it's fun. Yeah, so it's just like, but I need clips for it and everything. And so yeah, I stopped after making like 30 video game clips and about I'd say maybe 5 ADVJapan clips, maybe more. But yeah, it's like I need to make those. I need to make a bunch of clips. But anyway, after that, I was like, okay, I'm getting bored, but I still want to like create. I want something to feel productive. And then YouTube recently has been pushing a bunch of like regular small raw video vlogger stuff, not just Japan stuff, but not just Japan vlog stuff, but also like outside vlog stuff too. So but anyway, this woman called Sylvie the Queen on YouTube. YouTube kept pushing that stuff to me, and she's cool. I can tell she's probably mid-30s. And like, I'm not trying to be an asshole by like saying like how old I think she is. I mean, probably people think I'm old as shit too, but it's like, I like her. Like, she's a very like no bullshit kind of person. And I think I haven't watched the video yet. It's queued up for me to react to after I'm done recording this, but she has one video saying that she's autistic or something. I don't know. That was one of the topics in her thumbnail. I don't know if she's actually autistic. I feel like a lot of people that say they're autistic, they didn't actually go and get tested. They're just like, oh yeah, I guess I'm autistic because I saw a Reddit post or something, right? But I mean, like, the whole point is just like, she's no bullshit person. I like her. Like, I like it about, like, she's such an interesting character. Like, she wears blue contacts, and she has straight blonde bleached hair, so she looks more white. And like, she's got permanent residency, and she lives in this like crazy small but very cozy but very interesting apartment. And I don't know, she just seems like such like a solid person, you know? Like, it's such like a breath of fresh air. I'm getting like I don't know, like it's not excitement, but what do you call it? It's like, it feels like I don't know, it feels like not like a big burden off my chest or something, but it's just like I'm so used to any people, like the women who get the most views in Japan for Japan vlogs, aside from like Pearl, because Pearl's based, but it's like, you know, all these other chicks, they always have a lot of things in common, and like one of them is a guy always supports them. Like, they have a guy who's working for them, who's supporting them through their quote-unquote content creator journey. And then two, they constantly whine about being anxious or depressed. You know, cough, cough, certain person. I won't say because they're friends of Oriental Pearl. But, you know, it's like, but yeah, it's just like, it seems like it's the norm where it's like, guys, I'm so anxious, I'm so depressed, and blah, blah, blah. And I like it how the Sylvie chick was just like, look, like, my life does suck sometimes, but I'm not going to, like, try to grift off of that and make content about it. Like, you know, there are a lot of good things too, and like, if you're just profiting like either attention or money wise off of like how shitty your life is how shitty is that, you know? You don't want to do that. And like, there's a difference between being like fake happy and gay versus just being like, yeah, this is what I do, yeah, cool, whatever, you know? And I respect that. I like that. And so yeah, like, dude, she had, like, when I first clicked on her videos, I don't know how many subscribers she had, but it wasn't that many. And, like, I checked the vidIQ or whatever of hers, and she's got, like, 35,000 subscribers now. Like, it's crazy. Like, YouTube just boosted the shit out of her channel, and she only has, like, 15 videos on there. So that's crazy. But, yeah, she's definitely a character. And so I wanted to watch her videos, but I was like, shit, I can't just watch these videos. I got to react to them, too. Make some content for it. And yeah, so I made like maybe 4 reaction videos, and then it's all to her stuff, and I still have like 1 or 2 videos left to do after this recording. But you know, it's nice. So it's like, I do the rant, I gather the clips, I film some reaction videos, and then I was like, but I still want to talk. But I know that most of my friends right now, they're either getting their kids ready with dinner or they're tucking them into bed or something, so I can't call them right now. I could message them, but I can't call them. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to send an audio message to my friend, I might as well just do a rant where I'm spieling about the stuff that I wanted to talk about, which is like, I wanted to talk about my day and why I think people are so tired and stuff. Because, you know, when I'm gathering clips, it's not just for my channel, like, of my channel, it's of, like, especially, like, other people in Japan, and, like, them giving good advice about shit, whether it's living in Japan or just life advice in general, and then also, like, male self-improvement, like, you know, like, psychology, whatever shit, right? And I was watching this video where this guy interviewed this 91-year-old dude who was the ex-prime minister of Canada land. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't give a shit about politicians in Canada. But this guy was pretty cool, you know, and I really liked the interview, so I saved a couple clips from what he said, and it's just like I really like it how he, like, you know, like he had a lot of good, solid advice, and it's like, you know, one of the things is like you got to find a woman who calms you down. You know, like if you're an uppity guy or whatever, you need a woman who will calm you down. If you're a guy who's calm, you need a woman who will excite you and get you up, you know? And he said a bunch of other shit that I want to reference, but you know, at the end of the I forgot, like I'll probably jump back to this, but he was always like, I always go out and I dress good. Whenever I'm out, I always dress my best. And in Tokyo, to be fair, I usually follow that rule unless I'm going out for like a 30-minute errand or something, or like an hour errand, but usually I dress to the tits because, you know, it's Tokyo. You gotta look good. But, you know, like he was talking about how his interviewer was wearing sneakers. He's like, unless I'm doing some sports game, I never wear sneakers. It's always dress shoes. And you know, the guy interviewing him, he's like, are dress shoes really that comfortable? And it's like, yeah, if you find the right ones and you wear them right, they are. And yeah, I understand what the guy was saying, the interviewer, because it's like dress shoes can be kind of loose, even if they're tight. Like, you know, the, what do you call it? The shoelaces are just for show most of the time, so they don't actually make it tight. And there are little devices you can use to make your shoes tighter, but I have not installed those yet. But yeah, that's one of the things where I used to wear business shoes all the time. And then I stopped because you know, sneakers are so much more comfortable. But I need to bring it back. I need to bring back the business shoes because they look sexual. You know, they look nice. But yeah, I mean, like it was just simple, like little things where it's like if you the main takeaway from that. I mean, there's so many things I could bring up, but the main takeaway is like just be yourself, dude. Like a lot of people, they're very like anxious or they're very sad or insecure because they're afraid to be themselves, and it's like, well, you know, like what if myself is like cringe and weird? And it's like, well, you gotta learn social skills, you gotta learn manners too, you know. But there's no reason why you can't be yourself, like, you know, if you can follow the social whatever the fuck you want, the avoiding the faux pas as of speaketh, you know, gastroiken. But it's I like that. I like that too because it's like for when I first got into pickup artist stuff, I was very like insecure young man, and I didn't really have any like male role models around me. I mean, like there were some and stuff, but I didn't have like a solid dude who I could like talk to as a mentor and shit on like a regular basis that was just trying to give me advice and, you know, kind of steer me in the right direction. I mean, I had a few, right, but they weren't super prevalent in my life and stuff, and so. You know, but I mean, to be fair, like I'm happy I learned about this stuff versus not learning about it, like reading the 48 Laws of Power, reading Outliers, reading David D'Angelo's book on Double Your Dating, which is very short. It's like short PDF. Reading The Game. You know, it's just like reading books about like body language and psychology. And just like there's a lot of things that you can do to make yourself more attractive to the opposite sex and come off like more commanding and stuff. But at the end of the day, like you got to be comfortable with yourself, right? Like that's the main takeaway from that. You got to be comfortable with yourself. And I was in like one of the things that I like to gather clips from too are like Sam Hyde live streams, because in Sam Hyde's live streams they're all over the place. I never watch them because it's just like he can't stay on topic and it's really annoying. But sometimes these clip channels will actually clip, like they'll edit it, they'll cut out the fluff for when he's giving really good advice. And one of the things that he said that Cracky Reads, shout out to Cracky Reads, a fellow Japan translator, he agrees with me on this too, which he mentioned during his live streams, is like, how do you get confident? And it's like, aside from learning self-help stuff from like male self-help stuff, like I think that's a part of it. You should not negate that part. That'll teach you so much about being a man if you never had a male role model to teach you, you know. And but also getting really good at something. will get you confident. And like for Cracky and me, it's like learning Japanese got us confident at ourselves. Like if you get good at something where you're a lot better than most people that are just starting out, it really helps boost the ego. You're like, oh yeah, shit, like I can translate this. Like if I go somewhere and like somebody needs a Japanese speaker, like I'm there, I can do it, you know. And, like it gives you confidence, and then that will like kind of move out of like if you want to do something similar or whatever, or you want to get better at something else, that discipline from that skill that you built up will be able to branch out to another skill you're trying to build up too. It's kind of like in Skyrim, you know, if you want to build up your two-handed sword skill tree, you can do that. You can build up the broadsword skill tree maybe quicker like afterwards, because you've already gotten like 1 or 3 of the attributes already filled out from the previous one. None of you know what I'm talking about, do you? Like nobody knows. What the hell? What the hell is a Skyrim? Is that in the new Celeron PC I bought? Yeah, like you know, it's I mean the whole point is like yeah, get good at something, guys, and then just use that to like use that confidence to start getting good at other things too. And it's just like I liked his advice too about like get dangerous, you know? Like don't just look physically strong, but like learn how to fight and stuff too, whether it's boxing or jiu-jitsu or something. Like give something that gives you confidence, so if somebody fucks with you, you can handle yourself. Like that's a big one too, you know? But it's like, why are you so tired then? Well, why are you tired? Well, I mean, the thing is that like I think there's a difference between being physically tired and physically mentally tired from just the tasks of that day versus like consistently being physically and mentally tired. Because when you're consistently tired, there's an imbalance there. And like sure, like people could be like, well, I have kids and they're toddlers, and yeah, like okay, well yeah, dude, but that's only gonna last for a year or two, you know, where they're waking up every 30 minutes to cry or something. That's like a year or two. But it's like, oh, well, I'm a resident. I just finished med school. And I'm doing my residency. Yeah, well, that's still only going to be a year or two, right? So, like, things are a lot less intimidating when you already expect it, right? Like, if you're learning Japanese, like I was trying to tell some friends the other day that are trying to learn Japanese, I'm like, look, if you understand, if you prep yourself to know that, like, as long as you understand that, like, because this is one thing that like I it's so funny because it sounds like I'm picking a fight and I'm not, but I'm just bringing this up because I saw a live stream thumbnail about this the other day, and I know Oriental Pearl watches these videos, so one thing I disagree with, and I didn't watch the live stream though, so if she changed her opinion about this, I will completely apologize in the comments. But Pearl said like you should not you should try to speak from the get-go. You know, you should learn how to speak while you're learning Japanese or any language from the get-go. And I don't agree with that. I think that you need to, like, kids don't speak from the get-go, right? If you're comparing like a language student to a kid, kids take at least a year or two of input before they even speak their first word most of the time, or their first sentence, right? So when you're learning Japanese, there's nothing wrong with, like, I mean, sure, you can shadow and copy and stuff, but you're not going to be able to confidently say words until you're very comfortable in the language. And you can't do that until you've been doing a year of immersion when it comes to audio listening, in my opinion, right? And so it's like, but when you realize that, the whole point of me saying that is like when you realize that you're not going to really be able to talk, at least conversationally, for like a year or two, then it makes doing the daily task of inputting, listening to Japanese over and over again, just passively in the background, and doing flashcards, like doing your heisig, doing your hiragana, katakana, doing your sentence mining and sentence reps, they become a lot less tedious and intimidating when you realize what it is that you are expected to do for like that year or whatever, right? And so, you know, I think that if you are a normal dude or dudette and you're working, like, I'm guessing most of the people watching me are not students. Like, all of you guys are full-time workers. In fact, I'm curious, if any of you guys are not full-time workers, let me know in the comment section, like, what do you do? Like, if you're a student, I get that, right? Or if you, I guess you're maybe like a a stay-at-home waifu. I only have like one woman watching me, and that's Deep, and she works out at a house. So like I don't know if you are a stay-at-home husband, I guess, I don't know, but I'm just saying like you know, like all of us are working, right? We're all working. Like even though I'm not working 40 hours a week, I'm still always constantly working on something. Like if I'm not working on translation work, I am working on YouTube stuff, and or I'm studying. You know, I'm either studying about Japanese or I'm studying AI and technology stuff, just because it's interesting to me. I should be studying like how to maybe make I don't know, like I don't know, do something bigger that's business oriented, right? But for me, it's just like I enjoy learning, and like I love being a translator. You get paid to study language. It's fucking cool, you know. You get to learn new words all the time when you're like, I would never use that word regularly, but since it's in this translation document, it's cool. And I guess one of the reasons why I study AI is like I know AI will eventually take over translation, so I want to be able to I want to be more comfortable with AI too, so maybe I can integrate that in the future for more translation work, or at least bounce off into something, right? Because AI is going to be huge over the next fucking decades. Guarantee it. But yeah, I mean, the whole point is that like if you're working a regular job, which I'm guessing most of you are, then you've got a regular week, you know? And so it's like, why are you tired? Well, it's like, first off, what are you putting in your body, right? What are you eating, you know? Like if you're a young guy, I understand if you're just eating nothing but Slim Jims and like, you know, Starbucks or something. Like your body can handle that probably. Me, can't handle that. I gotta have fruits and cooked veggies with meat and everything every day. Like I'm a very basic bitch, but I love my junk food. I love my tortilla chips. I love my ice cream, you know. But it's just you've got to pace yourself, right? And I think the first thing is like figure out what's going in your body. Are you getting enough hydration every day? I have this big ass 3-liter thermos that I keep by me at all times when I'm at home, just filled with lemon water and ice. And just because like it doesn't matter how sick I get or whatever, I love cold drinks. You know, that's my jam. I love my strawberry jam. It's nice jam. And yeah, but I mean like yeah, it's like what are you putting in your body, and then also how much are you sleeping? Recently, I don't like my sleep schedule. I mean, I like it. I usually go to bed around 9 or 10, and I figured out the way for me to go to bed, which is I just put on some Cumtown clips, or Cumtown compilations. Cumtown's a podcast. You guys should check it out. And I'll just play on my phone, like, you know, schedule the next day kind of stuff. And then I'll, like, slowly pass out. And usually, I don't know, this last, like, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I don't like it. I wake up at around midnight and I go and I have to take a piss, and then I wake up around 4 a.m. and then I have to take a piss, and then I wake up at 6 a.m. finally awake. So I guess I woke up 2 times during the night. And I mean, to be fair, like it's probably my fault, because when I actually do have to take the piss, it's not like IBS or anything where only a little bit comes out. Like a decent amount comes out. So it's like today I'm doing a new thing where I'm not having any dinner. I'm not having any dinner, and I'm not having any like juice or anything. Like today was a rare day. Like I had juice, and normally I don't have juice throughout the whole week. I save that for Sundays. But today I had leftover tacos that I made for lunch, and I was just feeling so productive, and I was like, I need sugar. So yeah, that's another thing too, guys. I have a rule: after 4 p.m., no sugar, or I mean no caffeine. And I try not to have sugar throughout the day, but if I do have sugar, I make sure it's not like candy or something. I try to have like ice cream. Luckily, most of the ice cream cups here in Japan are fairly small. You know, I'll either have that or I'll have a sip of juice. I always have juice nearby too. You know, like I always have that in the fridge as well. And like you know, I'm a guy who like I'm a big fat guy. I never stray from this fact that I'm a fat guy. But I think one of the reasons why you know, maybe I'm fat is because it's like I mean, there's obviously reasons, you know, but you know, one thing that is really important to me is that my fridge is always full, you know. And like right now my fridge is full of vegetables, fruits, yogurt, coffee, orange juice, milk, There's hot sauces, barbecue sauces, vegetable juice, and the freezer has frozen berries and ice cream in it. And and the reason why is just because it's like I grew up and like we had food in the house, but I was a picky eater growing up. So like we never had food in the fridge, and I'd always just feel like I was starving. And I'm not talking shit about my mom or anything, like nothing like that. It's just like I grew up where I'm like I felt like I constantly didn't have food to eat. And it's like we had food, but my mom's like, make yourself some food. And I'm like, I don't know how to fucking cook. You never, like, I don't know what to do with any of this stuff. What am I supposed to do with any of this stuff right here? And yeah, it's just for me, it's just like a load off my mind knowing that, oh, I want to make a stir fry. Like, and that's another big thing too. You got to find healthy foods that you like, that you can cook over and over and over again without getting bored. And for me, like my two go-to meals are tacos, and because tacos I can just get a little bit of meat. If I want to be crazy, I'll put a lot of meat in there. But with tacos, put a little bit of meat in there, and then I fill up the fucking frying pan with just fucking tons of veggies. Right now, I've got a lot of. I just made tacos yesterday, and I put a bunch of shiitake mushrooms, garlic stalks, and green onions in there. And whoo, that was some good ass shit. Also, like, yeah, guys, daily garlic too. Garlic helps a lot. Chili peppers help a lot too. It's good for immunity and your blood or something. I don't know, circulation, etc. But then the other one's a stir fry. And stir fry is great because you just throw in a shit ton of spinach in there. Like, I love doing stir fries because you'll fill up the whole goddamn frying pan and then you cover it. And then you come back to the frying pan and it's like everything's already shrunk down. So like you filled it to the brim and now it's like less than half of the stuff, half of the size, but everything's still in there. And I know that when you cook vegetables, they lose a certain amount of like nutrients to them, but it's still overall good for you. It's just fiber, you know? And so I love just making a big beefy, like big chunky hearty stir fry with like udon noodles and stuff. So those are my two big go-to ones, and I like it because I try to stick to a schedule, you know? I try to wake up at 6, go to bed or start heading to bed around 9 p.m. and I try to get lunch around 12. I don't have caffeine after 4 p.m. unless I'm going to be out that night and I need like an extra pick-me-up, then I'll drink some caffeine. But yeah, I mean, like, I think building up a routine is very important. You got to build up a routine that benefits you, and you got to be able to say no. I think a lot of people, they're just yes men. They say yes, like they're too afraid to lose their job. They're too afraid to tell their boss how they're feeling if something's tough. And like hell, one of the people I work with, we lost some of the clients for the school or whatever. Like, it's a school I teach at like once a month. It's not even that often because we don't have any students for that school. And one of the teachers there, I don't know, I don't think he's that young, but he's younger than me. And apparently he was only coming there for like an hour to a week or whatever. And I guess he lives far away. I don't remember where he lives, but I guess he lives like quite a bit away. And so he's like, I can't come, like, that's like a 3-hour job, like 3 hours if you count the commute just for 1 hour. And he's like, I can't do this. And I was like, yeah, well, just tell the boss. And he's like, well, like, what if I just put up with this until he finds more clients? And I'm like, yeah, you can do that. Or you could, you could tell him how you feel. And I mean, like, that's the whole thing too. I think like a lot of people are anxious because they don't feel like they have the freedom to express themselves in the workplace like that. When it comes to like what they are, they always say in like a Japanese resume, shibo doki shibo, which means like what are your intentions? What are your like what do you want out of this? Like what's your intentions with this job? What do you want out of this job? And there you be practical. On a Japanese resume, you just kind of lay it all out in that section. And for each job, it's different. That's kind of the thing that sucks about a Japanese resume is you have to customize it for every job. You can't just send it out like just copy paste kind of thing. But yeah, usually for the shibo doki, like the intentions of work or whatever, what you can do is like, you know, you usually write down, like, there's some stuff that you always write down, but then there's other stuff depending on what the company is. But like, you write down how many hours you want to work, how far you want the commute to be, how many days a week and what days of the week you want to work, you know, like if you have any holiday stuff, etc. And it's like, you got to be able to, you know, express yourself. And also, if you're in a job that you don't like, you got to find a job that you do like, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if you're a fat dude and you don't want to do a lot of work or whatever, you could become a parking attendant. I don't know. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to when I'm like 60 or whatever, and I'm just like, I need a job. I'm gonna be one of those parking attendant lot guys where I'm just completely I mean, AI might take that over probably by that point. Like, robots are taking it over, but you know, like, that would be a great job for me as a retirement job, because I just sit in a room and I watch stuff go by, and I can watch my my iPhone or whatever, and I can just read and study the whole time like that, and I get paid $10 an hour or whatever, and I can work on a side business and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Like, that was another thing that I really liked about the 91-year-old guy interview, is that it's like, yeah, dude, we're talking to you in your workplace right now. And it's like, you didn't retire? And he's like, nah, dude. Like, he's like, I think a lot of people, they like love the weekend because they love getting off work. They love coming home because it's like their job is boring. It doesn't stimulate them. They don't like it or whatever. And so, like, they need that escape from the weekend. But if you have a job that challenges you, if you have a job that you like, then you're not gonna, you know, like, you're not gonna feel like that, you know, like, you're gonna have like a pretty good time. And I don't know, I like that. I like that idea too, because it's like, I noticed with like a lot of my friends' grandparents that had dementia, it was because, I don't know if it's because of it, but the pattern with them is that they all retired from their jobs, and they didn't really have any like hobbies that really kept their interest in stuff. So, you know, if you're constantly doing routines, if you're constantly doing stuff and you're not bored, I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, you need that sense of community, you need that routine, you need to have that purpose outside of if you're not doing your job anymore. And I think for me, like, one of the fun things is that, like, you know, I'll always love doing like content creation, you know. I'll always like doing stuff that's language related or like international related here in Japan. Like, I'll always enjoy doing that shit. And so yeah, I don't know. It's just like, let's just say that, like, I'm not too worried about the future. I know sometimes it's like, oh, but you know, you're not investing in real estate, or like, you're not starting your own business, you're not working for a company full time. And it's like, yeah, dude. Like, if that makes you feel secure, I notice like a lot of my friends that do that, they just want money. Like, they want to have money in case some emergency happens. But it's like, I don't know. It always makes me think about, like, if you're working so hard for all this stuff that you have in case an emergency happens, then, like, what's the point? You know, like, it's like playing a video game, and you're just, it's like, I remember the first time, it's kind of like playing Silent Hill 2. I remember the first time I played Silent Hill 2, you know, like, I was in the mindset that this is like Resident Evil. So I mean, it was on normal mode still, but like, I hoarded all of this ammo the whole fucking time, you know. Like, I hoarded all the shotgun ammo, the rifle ammo, and I'm not even talking about the reboot. I'm talking about the original PS2 Silent Hill 2. And like, I was killing most of the enemies with the pipe stick thing. And by the end of the game, I was like, wait, this is the end of the game? I have so much ammo I didn't use. And so I played through the game again. I just fucking used up all my ammo. I'm like, just went on a killing spree of all the monsters. I'm like, okay, you're all dead and you don't even know it. You're dead. And I mean, that's the same thing I kind of see of money. Like, I understand that, like, it's a great, like, money's a tool, right? It's just supposed to help you get stuff, you know? Whether it's like you get stuff by going somewhere and you're getting experience stuff, you know, you're going to the islands and like, you know, swimming in the ocean with the dolphins, or you're buying a new table or like a new, like, you know, standing desk for your at-home stuff or whatever, right? Or you're buying like a king-size bed. Like, I understand it's like, I want to just do the stuff that I'm doing but do it better. But I don't know, it's like I I got friends that just buy brand new TVs because they could buy it. Like my buddy Jackson. He's just like, yeah, I bought a fucking 80-inch TV. And I'm like, why? And he's like, yeah, just cuz, mate, just cuz. And I'm like, cool. There you go. But yeah, it's just like, you know, when you don't have money, your priorities are more straightforward. And I'm not like advocating poverty or anything. Like, there's no nobility in poverty. I want you guys to remember that. If you made it this far in the video, just remember there's no nobility in poverty. But it's just like, it's funny how, like, I saw this Instagram clip by this guy. I think his name's Sam Morris. He's like a comedian, and he was I think that's the guy. I might be wrong with the name, but he was talking about how it's like my generation, like the Gen Millennials or whatever. Like, we got the good shtick in life because, like, we grew up with our parents that were super stressed out, and they're overthinking, and they just talk about politics all the time, and blah 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 blah. And but now, like, and we were kids then, so we didn't have to worry about that shit. Now that we're older, like, a lot of us, it's just like we don't worry about any of that shit. But all this younger generation, they're all stressed. They're on their phones all the time. They're talking about politics, and it's like we dodged the bullet with both with both being young and being old. It's like, oh man, like young 20-year-old dude being like, you hear what Trump said about fucking Kamala? And you're just like, yeah, dude, I'm playing some Ocarina of Time. It's pretty badass. You know, it's like, what? You know, I don't know. It's just, I think that stress kills. And, you know, when I see people that are like, I slept for less than 5 hours, it's not good, man. It's not healthy. And I'm a big advocate for naps. If you can fit a nap in when you're super tired, definitely do that. And even if you can't get 8 hours of fully rested sleep, try to lay down for 8 hours. I don't care if you're just closing your eyes and you're not sleeping. It's just try to let your body get some sleep. And if you can find a way to turn on your body to go into sleep mode, that's the best thing ever. And for me, it's great. Just turn off all the lights, turn off the computer, you know, turn on the fucking, well, yeah, like turn on the fucking, like, the Come Down clip, random clip, you know, set up my Pokemon Sleep so I'm getting all the stuff or whatever, and then I just slowly pass out. It's nice, and it's good, and it is, ma'am. And oh my god, I accidentally taught my one of my girl students technically the other day, and accidentally taught her technically because, like, I forget that she's like goes to international school, so she watches, I guess, YouTube too. And like on YouTube there's like the meme of like, well, actually, like the Reddit mod or something being like, well, actually, Golden Guy is private property, and those African touts do have a right to sue you. It's like, but I was making fun of her because she was trying to sit in my chair, and she's like, this is my chair, and I'm like, well, it's my chair. And she's like, it's my chair. I'm like, well, technically it is my chair. And she's like, what does technically mean? Oh, does that mean actually? And I'm like, yeah, it means, like, you know, on paper and by rules, that's my chair. And she's like, well, technically this is my chair. So now she's saying that for everything. I was like, hey, you know, I told you to read that book. And she's like, well, technically I read that book 2 days ago. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, you're getting smart now. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny the stuff kids pick up on when you're not intending them to like listen to that stuff, you know. But anyway, yeah, guys, I just, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know any of you guys. Oh, I know some of you. I know some of you guys who watch me that I've had the pleasure of meeting. You fucking Giga Chad sex machines, you. You know, thank you for your service, guys. By the way, I'm saluting the microphone. You can't see me, but I'm saluting that right now. And thank you guys for your service. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I don't know a majority of you guys, but I really do fucking appreciate that you guys take the time out of your days to just listen to me ramble about bullshit, because on the internet now, where everybody's got a little fucking camera microphone in their pocket that can make content on the fly, for some reason you guys chose to come over and hang out and kick it with your dad here on his at-home chillin' rants, and I really do appreciate it, guys. So I'm circling my heart now with my fist, and I'm saying thank you, chef. You know, thank you, chef. I'm sorry, chef. Thank you, chef. And anyway, yeah, guys, if you made it this far, smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe bell to get notified next time another one of my videos comes out. And we'll probably be doing a live stream after this too, so I'll probably be putting the URL for that in the chat now. And yeah, guys, you guys keep it real. You stay black. And I will catch you on the next rant. Otskare-sama deshita. Yeah, bitches.